You gonna call for the snap?
Huh?
You gonna call for the snap?
Cough?
Yeah, you gonna snap it? Boo!
No.
Okay. Oh, what you talking about, boy? Let me see that. Platform? Nice. Look at that, baby. See, you got 2 platforms in a row, and you drinking 2 platforms in a row. I mean, 2 balls in a row. Stop playing with me. Oh, that's 3 in a row. Stop playing with me, boy. Stop playing with me. That's 4 in a row. Boy, sick with it. Come on, let's get this lap. You got 2 seconds. Hurry up. Camera about to go out. 3, 2, 1 for the game winner. Oh, almost. Good job, baby.
What is the difference between great and elite? It's all the details. It's all the little things. It's finding a way to overcome adversity consistently. It's, like I said, it's going to class consistently. It's getting the meetings on time. It's having your phone turned off in the meetings. It's not settling for a B in a class when you could have got an A. It's taking notes in every single meeting. Every single meeting. Not because the coaches told you to do it, because you want to be great. It's the coaches making sure that that's the standard. And we don't settle. We don't make excuses. We don't allow it to happen. There is a way to be unbelievably successful in life, in football. That's what we're going to do. And we have let little things slip by. That ain't happening. Because those little things that have slipped by, it's 1 point last year, it's 1 point this year. It's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. As our program, that we do everything right, and we grow every single day, and we challenge ourselves every single day, and we get uncomfortable. We get comfortable being uncomfortable and break out of great to get to that next phase.
We'll see if Green and Hadley, Cedric Boone come through for Carolina. Everybody on their feet. This is a big one. Comes down to one play. Pirates down 53-50. Bracket to pass. Touchdown Pirates! The Pirates have done it on the final play of the game. Devon Brown with the touchdown, and the Pirates do it again. The Cardiac Kids on top of the NAL, and one exciting finish. Just when you thought it was over, Brackett pulled the rabbit out of a hat once again.
Seconds left. So naturally they're going to kick a field goal, right? Well, hell no. This is the Massachusetts Pirates.
I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
Let's get funky, man.
I'm with it too. Hey, let's do it.
Let's get funky. Let's get funky. Clump right, wing yo, timeout screen right. Get in the end zone. I want one. Go! Tap!
Joe Montana to Dwight Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Roll out
Rest
against
in peace.
Dallas to the late, great Dwight Clark, who just passed away. But that, I don't know. I'd maybe go for that. We've got 3 receivers to the right. I'm sure one will go in motion, and that's Paquette way in the backfield. He's on the go. They toss
Touchdown.
it into Pearson. Touchdown! And 0.4.
After the 2018 season in Massachusetts, everybody started running this play. But nobody in the NFL was running this play until we ran it in 2018. I went back and looked at all the film I could find, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But then Sean Payton got credit for designing a great play. I indulge in that.
Kamara. You might just give it to him quickly on the other side.
To Thomas for the touchdown.
There's a fence over there, and everyone goes up, and it's just, you go right behind that. That's the walk right down.
There were so many different things happening in that formation, and then Kamara in motion. He didn't even know how to begin to try to defend that.
That's just a great design. That's why if you have a coach who comes up with something like that, yeah, everyone gets a benefit. It's just a great design. I saw that 2 or 3 times last year in the NFL. Haven't seen it yet this year, and Sean brings it right back out.
Okay, this is part 2 of the game notes. I wanted to get you guys on the board and actually show you some things that I'm seeing. This right here could be a version of our clump wax or clump Y loop in. And this may be how they play it, okay? DB's off, 2 DB's off. In this formation right now, we have anything we want, okay? So if we had, hypothetically, think about it, if we had Seminole on right now, okay, where we took the Y, right, and looped him in, okay, this is what it would end up looking like. Now, they have a guy running down into the motion. I don't know, like I said, I'm not in these guys' meetings, but I'm saying the concepts are there, okay? Now, the ball's in the middle of the field. I got to articulate a little bit better. Middle of the field. So if it was me, I would probably be out here a little bit more, okay? If the ball's in the middle of the field. We want it on the college hatch or the pro hatch. However, the principles are still there, okay? He's too far off to affect the play. He's too far off to affect the play. He's too far off to affect the play. He's in no man's land. He's not covering anyone, right? He's just playing free. Now, the purpose of Cherokee and Seminole, okay, is to get here and sit down in that hole. Look how much space you got there, okay? Run to the wall right now, expecting the ball. That puts this guy in a bind. It puts him in a bind because now you have this corner route from the wing or the Y, depending on what motion it is. And now what you want to do, wing, okay, or Y, depending on who it is, when you run this corner route, you want to run it, but keep this guy inside leverage, okay? So now you want to run that corner route there. So what ends up happening is you put this guy in a no-win situation. If he falls back on the corner, there's no one on the shoot. The only person that can pick up the shoot is this guy. However, if he runs to the shoot, there's no one sitting on the sit route. I hope you see it. Okay, so let's talk about this Cherokee concept in real time, okay? I'm gonna put it in blue, the defense, because they have like a blue color. They had a DB down. He was about 5 yards off in the side. They had a DB over him. I don't know the yards, but you can see the film, all right? And then I'm gonna say that this is the jack. It could have been the jack, it could have been the DB, it could have been the high safety. However, that's the portrait we're gonna get. And then they have a field corner that's sitting probably 8 and against the wall, okay? Now, what we wanna focus on, okay, is the fact that we have our clump formation. Now, on film, the other team that we looked at was running a formation that looked kind of like this. But in my opinion, the defense is going to play it the same way, all right? So we're going to say clump. All right, now, if we have Cherokee on, which means that's the wing, running the corner, we're just using their principles against them, okay? So we'll go in motion, keep your eyes this way back out so you can make sure they don't change anything on you. And when you get to about 12, I want you to come downhill screaming on your motion. His job is to stay inside, okay? That is his principles. So he's basically playing into our hands. So now when you bring your motion inside and you start running your corner, he should move over a little bit. However, you want to get to your route and you want to have your internal clock in your head. When is my quarterback wanting to throw the ball? When is my quarterback wanting to throw the ball? When you get up on his toes, we're going to keep him pinned inside and then come out of that route as high as we can. Now, here's where the magic happens. Wing is going. since the DB is not pressed on Z, okay, Z, you are going to go first to the wall, screaming. Why? You're going to take 2 steps, no more than 3, and just sit in that hole, okay? Now, what could happen, and I can't say it will or not because I'm not in their meeting room, this guy could be enticed to chase the shoot route, okay? If he does, there's no one on the sit route, okay? The closest person to the sit route is this guy, the DB. However, if my wing is doing his job like I know he will, he's going to try to keep him pinned inside. Now, Garrett, when you ran this concept against Arizona, you ran it at about 4 yards, which doesn't work, okay? You have to run that thing and push that guy so he can stay out of this. Now, if this DB chases the shoot route, we just throw the Y hot right now. That's why quarterbacks, we want to be under center so we can get the ball in our hands right away. Now, who can stop this? Who could possibly stop this concept? We could get some resistance from the end. If we start getting that O-lineman, if it's okay, I would like you to attack his outside leg to keep his hands down. Okay, the other person that could affect the play is the MAC, but he's less athletic, no disrespect to the MAC linebacker. However, he can't get to this spot before the quarterback gets the ball out. And on top of that, we have a tailback in the backfield that is threat. He's a threat. He's poisonous. He will kill you. If he swings out of the backfield, who has him? The MAC has to stay in the box to watch that guy because he's so dangerous. All right? So therefore, we should have a throw to this Y. So if we get the ball to him right away, we got guys that can run with the football in their hands. So they won't let you do that all day long. So we throw a 2-yard route, turn into an 8-yard game. Okay? Now, as a defensive coordinator, what I'm saying is, okay, I'm going to come down, I'm going to press the Z so he can't get out. Perfect. That is great, right? So now my Y, since I see my Z pressed, I'm going to go and help him out, and I'm going to run my route at his upfield shoulder, right? So now the Z can run out. And then once he sees that, he's either going to try to fight through you to get to the shoot route, or he's going to go over the top of you to get to the shoot route. Either way, quarterback has the ball in his hands, I'm throwing that hot, okay? If he leaves the Y, all I'm doing is going to post up like I'm playing basketball. Give me the football. I'm going to catch the ball, turn for 2, and get upfield and go, okay? Now, if we get that concept down, we cut their throats. What else could they do? As a defensive coordinator, okay, they trying to hit the corner route on me. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send this field corner down right now to jump the shoot route. I'm going to tell my DB to lock on the sit route so they can't get that anymore. Now, my technique to keep him inside leaves the corner route open to run to it. It's going to be there based off their leverage. We're using their principles to kill them, okay? So then if we hit the corner route a few times, what can they do, defensive coordinator? Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'll tell you what I'll do. Hey, let's let the field corner float off and help on the corner route. So then he bails. Now my smart wing comes out of the route. He sees the opposite colored jersey standing there, right? He sees the opposite colored jersey standing there. So once I start to take a step out of my route, I'm gonna just turn my eyes back inside and it's gonna turn into a corner post. Now he's covering nothing. The jack can't get there. He can't get there because now he's flying down to sit on the sit route because we done hit him with it so many times. He overplays that, which leaves that corner post wide open. They can't be right. The only thing they can do is drop the field corner to stop the corner, but then we're going to turn that into a post. Or they can shoot the field corner down to jump on the shoot, and then we throw the corner. The route that is always open is this sit route. So let's say, for instance, we have Seminole instead of Cherokee, right? So now the only thing that happens is the motion bounces to the Y. And now the shoot and the sit route goes to the Z and wing. Okay, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, they're playing the same look. And the DB is off like they showed on film. Okay? Z, I'm going to take 2 steps upfield, no more than 3. Wing, I'm going to the shoot route right now. He's going to be enticed to run to the shoot route, especially if we hit it hot a few times. Quarterbacks understand we're getting the ball out. If he leaves to go to the shoot route, there's no one on the sit route. The only person that can get there is this guy. But he's going to be late based off the fact that our Y is motioning inside and pinning him inside to run the corner. My internal clock is telling me, okay, the quarterback is ready to throw the ball now. Put my foot in the ground and go corner. Now we put that guy in a bind. What is he going to do? Is he going to fall off? If he fall off, we throw the shoot. If he comes up, we throw the corner. They can't be right, is what I'm saying, what I'm getting to you, okay? But what's important is we don't take more than 3 steps on the sit route, and we try to get that shoot route right now. And we got to be under center. The Mac can affect it, but he only can affect it if he's not paying attention to Jimmy Robinson. Who's not going to pay attention to Jimmy Robinson? He's one of the biggest threats on the field, so he has to stay in the box. We're going to dictate what they're going to do based off what we see. His play can't be stopped. Now, worst case scenario. This is why I like big receivers, right? Worst case scenario. Okay. And I want to thank my cameraman for coming in and helping me. He's so versatile over here with the Massachusetts Pirates. Okay. Worst case scenario. This guy is 6'4", 205, 6'5", 288, 185, 195. DC, I'm sorry, I don't know how much you weigh. Either way, both of these guys I know got basketball game. Right? The best they can do is after we set this pick and we run this shoot, he can stay there. Okay, that's cool. You want to be a big guy and stay on me? Now I'm just going to post you up and start working out and give the quarterback a window to throw that ball to my outside shoulder. That's it. Catch the ball, turn up field with 2 and get going. Okay? If you got any questions on that, call me and we'll talk about it. Quarterbacks, but the key is this. Under center reads 1A to 1B. Is he staying or is he going? If he's staying, I'm throwing a shoot. Okay? If this guy flies down, I'm going from 1A to 1B. If he stays, I look at the shoot, I get ready to fire it in there. A good ball beats great coverage all the time. I'm throwing it behind him, almost a 1 yard short, so he can catch that ball, turn with 2, and get upfield. If he flies down, 1B is my next read. I trust that my wing or my Y, whoever's running that corner, is going to keep this guy inside, and then I can throw him where I want him to. If this guy comes down, there's a window to put that ball right there. If he floats off, okay, I'm throwing that ball right now. Right now, hot. That's what that H is for. That's what that H is for. It's a hot. I'm catching the ball, shooting it to the wall. It may look like, oh, it's only a 2 yard catch, but we got guys that can move with the football in your hands. If you don't believe me, go look at the film. I seen all these guys break tackles. I seen this guy return a kickoff this past weekend. I seen this guy break 4 tackles and jump in the end zone on his back. I seen this guy ran wing lead or Y lead, made a guy miss and moved the ball, got a touchdown. Every one of these guys are dangerous. So what do? Pick your poison. Okay? If they fly down the shoot, throw the corner. If they sit back on the corner, throw the shoot. If they try to use the DB to shoot on, fly down on the sit, my corner post is going to be wide open. It's unstoppable. Okay? And then we come out with Wise Quick Special when it's time to come out with it. All right? Thank you, guys. Thanks, Pete.